Picture the world as a giant salad bowl, with Mother Nature playing the role of head chef. She's been tossing the perfect mix of soil, nutrients, and life for millennia, creating a recipe for thriving ecosystems and bountiful harvests. But in this culinary masterpiece, there's an unexpected twist, a dash of heavy metal contamination. Yes, you heard right, the kind of heavy metal that you won't find at a rock concert. We're talking about the uninvited guests crashing the party: mercury, arsenic, lead, cadmium, and chromium. But they're not here to headbang, they're here to wreak havoc on our soils. In recent years, these heavy metal troublemakers have been showing up uninvited, thanks to corporate greed, our ever-growing industrial appetite, mining activities, and the 195,380,000 tonnes of fertiliser we're sprinkling around. Heavy metal pollution isn't just a nuisance, it disrupts the delicate balance of our agricultural game, making it harder for farmers to grow our daily bread and turning our ecosystems into toxic environments where only the hardiest species can survive. Heavy metals are already beginning to bioaccumulate in some of our favourite food sources, and I don't think anyone wants to see mercury listed as an ingredient on their can of tuna. Fortunately, it isn't all doom and gloom. The story of phytoremediation is one of redemption, where our leafy friends, the plants, swoop in to save the day. Their sole mission? To detoxify our soils and thrive in these dangerous environments while doing it. So grab your gardening gloves and let's embark on a journey through the intriguing world of phytoremediation. Picture this: mercury, arsenic, lead, cadmium, and chromium. These are our heavy metal villains that have gatecrashed our soil party. They're like unwelcome guests who refuse to leave, wreaking havoc wherever they go. But what makes these heavy metal intruders so menacing? Well, they aren't just content with causing chaos in our soil, they have a fondness for disruption. These culprits have a knack for sabotaging agricultural potential, rendering our once fertile lands barren. Not only do they decrease crop yields, they leave soils unfarmable for future generations unless remediated. And that's not all. They've got a diabolical plan to infiltrate the food chain. Starting from the soil, they climb the ladder from plant to animal, making their way to our dinner plates. Heavy metal toxicity can cause symptoms in humans such as muscle weakness, hearing and speech difficulties, and nerve damage in the hands and face, amongst a myriad of other symptoms. This is unfortunately not a localized issue. Globally, there are 5 million reported sites of soils contaminated with heavy metals, and that's only the ones we know of. There are likely many more. And with less developed countries being more susceptible to the consequences of heavy metal contamination. Now that we've glimpsed the horrors of heavy metal contamination, let's shed some light on the hero in our midst: bioremediation. Bioremediation is our ecological knight in shining armour. But what exactly is it? Well, it's the art of deploying living organisms to clean up the mess left behind by our industrial escapades. Think of it as nature's way of hitting the reset button. We use plants, microorganisms, and fungi, the Earth's very own cleanup crew, to tackle pollution head-on. These organisms break down contaminants into forms that can be more easily removed from the contaminated environment. Some of these species can use the contaminants as an energy source and in fact thrive in these contaminated conditions. The beauty of bioremediation lies in its eco-friendliness and cost-effectiveness. It's like hiring a team of environmental maestros who work in harmony with Mother Nature to bring damaged areas back to life. Compared to the heavy machinery and the chemical warfare of traditional cleanup methods, bioremediation is a gentle giant. It doesn't disrupt the delicate balance of ecosystems, it instead restores them. And the world is taking notice. Headlines sing the praises of bioremediation as the go-to solution for tackling pollution sustainably. And this is where we reach the heart of our environmental revolution: phytoremediation, a specific type of bioremediation that relies on the power of plants to cleanse our soils. These green superheroes are more than just pretty faces. They're expert contaminant cleaners. These amazing plants use various techniques to work their magic. There's phytoextraction, where plants absorb contaminants through their roots and store them in their above-ground biomass. These plants can then be removed and disposed of properly off-site. A great example of this was used in the containment and cleanup of the Fukushima disaster, where the sunflower species Helianthus annuus was found to phytoextract cesium and strontium from soil. These were planted and subsequently harvested around the disaster site to reduce radioactive levels. Then there's phytovolatilization, where plants take up contaminants into their roots and convert them into a gaseous state. These gases can then be easily released into the atmosphere. Phytostabilization comes into play as some plants stabilize contaminated soils by reducing metal mobility and making it less accessible to other plants that it may harm. This helps to stop the spread of contaminants and contain heavy metals to a specific area. And finally, there's phytodegradation, where plants tackle organic pollutants, like petroleum, and break them down into less toxic forms, essentially rendering the contaminants harmless to the surrounding environment. Through these remarkable processes, phytoremediation transforms once polluted sites into thriving ecosystems, showing us that sometimes Mother Nature has the best solutions to our problems. In 2023, UDAV shed light on the crucial role of biotechnology in enhancing phytoremediation. They looked at various ways in which omics approaches could be utilised in the selection and enhancement of different species used for phytoremediation. Al-Bagawi in the same year took us to Saudi Arabia, where they explored the dynamic duo of Jatropha curcus and bentonite clay. By combining the two, they were able to increase the effectiveness of the plant to hyperaccumulate heavy metals in the soil, proving that nature and science make a fantastic team. Zhang in 2023 delved into the world of hydrophytes and humic acid, demonstrating that they can supercharge phytoremediation in metal-contaminated sediments. Similar to the use of bentonite clay, the addition of humic acid to contaminated soil allowed hyperaccumulated plants to take up 10% more contaminants. Zhu, also in 2023, showed us the immense potential for plant growth-promoting rhizobacteria, or PGPR for short, in intensifying phytoremediation. They reviewed existing literature to find gaps in our understanding. They concluded that more research needs to be conducted to increase the efficacy of hyperaccumulated plants, to make phytoremediation more cost and time effective. These tiny microbes might be the secret to unlocking Earth's true potential. These studies prove that science combined with the power of nature can lead us to a cleaner and brighter future. But we aren't at the finish line just yet. To realise the full potential of phytoremediation, we must discover techniques to increase both the efficiency of hyperaccumulators and the cost effectiveness of phytoremediation techniques in general. As we've seen, phytoremediation isn't just an eco-friendly and cost-effective method. It's a beacon of hope in our battle against pollution. But to unlock its full potential, we need to fine-tune our approach. Optimization is key, and suitable amendments can make the world of difference in phytoremediation projects. Phytoremediation doesn't work in isolation. It's a team player. When combined with other treatment methods, its advantages can multiply, creating a formidable force against pollution. Of course, like any great endeavour, phytoremediation has its challenges. But where there are challenges, there are also opportunities. Future research and innovation hold the key to making our planet cleaner and safer. The insights from our reviewed articles echo a resounding truth. Our world faces an urgent need for eco-friendly remediation methods. Heavy metal contamination, born of industrial waste, mining and excess fertilisers, threatens our very existence. Phytoremediation, with its eco-friendly nature and cost-effectiveness, stands as a beacon of hope. It offers a way to heal our environment, safeguard our health, and secure a brighter future. But remember, phytoremediation is not just a solution, it's a commitment. A commitment to addressing heavy metal contamination by eco-friendly means. Together, we can nurture a world where nature thrives, where clean soil and water are our legacy, because in the end, it's not just a planet, it's our home.